Hello everyone, I welcome you back to my channel. Today we'll be learning how to cut and sew this Ankara short knicker. It's actually a high waist. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive into it. My Ankara fabric folded into two, and we are going to be drafting out the front pattern of the short knicker. Okay, and my fold here I have 15.2 inches, and how I arrived at this 15.2 inches is I divided my hip measurement into 4. Okay, then added about 3 inches for allowance for ease. Okay, so the next step is to measure the length of your short knicker. The length of my short knicker is 19 inches, and I'm going to be minusing 2 inches for the waist band. Okay, so I will have 19 minus 2, that will give me 17 inches for the length of my short knicker. Then I'll be adding 2 inches extra allowance for the folding. Okay, and that will give me 19 inches. So what I'll do is I measure my 19 inches down like so. Okay, so this is my 19 inches. Okay, so if your short knicker will not be having any shape, like curvy shape at the sides, you can just leave this folded side straight, but I want mine to have a kind of shape at the side. Okay, to give me that curvy shape at the side. So what I will do, how I achieve that, is to, this is my waistline, don't forget. So from my waistline to my hip line is 9 inches. So I mark that here. So to give me that curve that I want at the side, on my waistline, I measure 1 inch. Here I have it 1 inch. Then half an inch on the hip line. Then on my folding allowance, I measure 2 inches. Here I have it, 2 inches. So all I will do next is to connect these lines together. Please, if you cannot use your tape, you can use your ruler. I will be using my tape today. And remember, the line on the hip, it's curvy, not straight. So this is what I have. So this is what I have. So after having this shape at the side, then I begin with my measurement. My waist measurement is 37 inches. 37 inches divided by 4 will give me 9.2. This is my 9.2. Then I will add extra half an inch for sewing allowance. This is the front part, don't forget. Okay, so from this half an inch allowance, I'll be measuring my crotch measurement, which is 11 inches. Okay, so in order to achieve the curve at this crotch measurement, it will be my round lap divided by 2. My round lap is 25 inches. So 25 inches divided by 2 will give me 12.5 inches. Remember, all our measurements we are taking it from this curved line that I got, this shapy curve that I got at the side. So directly on this crotch line, and from here also you measure your round lap. Mine is 25 divided by 2. That will give me 12 and a half, and this is 12 and a half. Then I will add extra half an inch for the sewing allowance here. Here I have it. Okay, here I have it. So all I will do next is connect this round lap measurement I got to this crotch line, and this crotch line I get the middle 11 divided, I have 11 inches here, 11 inches divided by 2, that will give me 5.5 inches. So this is my 5.5 inches, 5.5 inches. So from here you can use your free hand, or if you have your curve ruler, you just curve this 5.5, you make it, you allow it meets with this line at your crotch area here. It's not going to be too curvy and it's not going to be too straight. Okay, all right. And here for the length of my trouser, I have 20 inches. It's below my lap a little bit. 20 inches divided by 2 also will give me 10 inches. This is my 10 inches. Then I add half an inch again for sewing allowance. That will give me 10.5. Remember, it was only the waist measurement that I divided into 4. My round lap was divided into 2. My where the trouser will stop, that is just a bit below my lap, that was 20 inches, and I also divided into 2. I hope you are following. So the next step is to connect these lines together. Okay, for the waistline, being I'm not putting a band, a waistband, I would have measured 1 inches down to give it that shape at the waistline. But so far I'm using an elastic band, so I'll just leave it straight like so. And I'm also not putting a pocket. So this is all for the front part. So what I did next was placed the front pattern on the back, on the folded back pattern, and then the sides, the shape at the sides remained the same. Okay, on this crotch line here, all I did was to add this is about 3.7 inches, though I'm not going to make use of all of it. Okay, so that's just the difference between the front and the back. So everything we'll have here will be the same. Now if you want your either your short knicker, if you want your short knicker to be free, to be very free, it all depends on this your back pattern. It's not on the front. If you want it tight, everything depends on the back pattern of the Ankara. Okay, so for mine it won't be too tight and it won't be too free. So all I need to do from this crotch line, okay, all I need to do, I will just add extra 2.5 inches. Okay, just add 2.5 inches. Remember the waistline, everything is the same. Just connect this line down to this 2.5 inches. And the reason why I have this 2.5 inches is that my short knicker, it's not going to be too tight and it's not going to be too free. If you want yours to be like very tight, that means here you'll be adding like 1.5 inches, then maybe extra half inches for sewing, okay, for the sewing allowance. But mine now, I'm using 2.5 inches. That means I'll be using this half an inch for the sewing allowance, so I'm just leaving 2 inches. So if you want yours very free, you can make here maybe 3.5, 4. It depends on how free you want it to be. Okay, I hope you are following. So all I will do is just drag, is just keep measuring these 2.5 inches down. Just follow what I'm doing. This is the 2.5 inches. I'm following the curve. Okay, I'm following the curve like so. Just measuring my 2.5 inch. Okay, so before I get down to this crotch curve here, I will add, remember I have here 2.5 inches. So here I will be adding extra half an inch. That will give me 3 inches. That will give me 3 inches here, this curved part here. And this is the reason why I added extra half an inch to the 2.5 inches, is for ease, so that you can be able to, you know, walk freely with this short. Okay, just follow what I'm doing. I have 2.5 inches here for this crotch line, but for this curve here I added extra half an inch. That gave me 3 inches. So I'll continue with my 2.5 inches. Okay, so all I'll do next is connect them. See it? Connect it. So down here I'll just give it 2 inches. Then I'll connect. So this will be all for the back pattern. So the next step is to so here I have my 2-piece for the front. Okay, it's my 2-piece for the front and my 2-piece also for the back. So for the wideness of my waistband, it's 5 inches, as you can see. Then for the length is my round waist measurement, which is 37 inches. Then I added 3 extra inches. Okay, I'm attaching it to my shorts. This is how it will be on fold. So this is all I need. the 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'll be sewing half an inch to the trouser, to the short knicker, sorry. So the waistband will be 2 inches wide, giving me my 19 inches for the length of my short knicker. Okay, so for the front piece, is the 2 piece here. I will be sewing half an inch from this waistline down this crotch area, then stop half an inch before this point here. Okay, same thing for the back piece, half an inch all the way through, then stop half an inch here too. So this is it. This is the back piece. This is what I did. I double stitched, and this is the front piece too. I double stitched. Okay, so I'll notch. So this is the back piece of the short knicker. So I'll place the front piece on the back, the right sides facing each other. Then I'll go sew the sides using half an inch. I'll sew all the way down and at the other side too. Okay, so I have joined the 2 sides of the short knicker. Is the second side. So the next thing to do is I will make sure these 2 lines meet each other. Then I'll sew half an inch all the way through. Then fold the hem of the short knicker. I'll come back and show you. So this is it. I've joined this side and I've also sewn here around. So the next thing is to attach the waistband to the shorts. This is what I have here. Put it on fold like so. Then sew it round. So I haven't attached the waistband to the shorts. I haven't sewn it round. So the next thing is to put in my elastic. I left a space here, so after putting in my elastic, then I'll stitch here up and also the elastic. And how I got the measurement of this elastic is I reduced 5 inches from my actual waist, and that was how I got this. So thank you so very much for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.